Well, there's been a breakthrough in the platinum miners' strike. We understand that story developing in the past hour or so. Lonim confirming it's reached an agreement with AMCU, which will allow the Labour Court to mediate the dispute. Reporter Bongiwe Khumalo has been working the story for quite some time, and she joins us now on Newsnight. Is this really the breakthrough that we think it is?
Well, Jeremy, it's hard to say that it's a breakthrough at this stage, because speaking to some of the mining analysts earlier on, they say that there's concerns that this is at the Labour Court. So it's not like basically an arbitration. So if these parties are not happy with a decision that could be made here, they can appeal this decision. So we could see this actually go on for months on end. So they say that, if it was at the CCMA, it would be a different story altogether.
We have seen desperation on both sides of this Labour dispute. How did we get to this point today? In other words, who blinked first?
Well, the one who blinked first was AMCU, Jeremy, saying that, they're seeking an urgent interdict to try and stop the mines from speaking directly to its members. Now, last week, Lonim coming out strongly saying that, but they've got every right to speak to their members, and they're going to do everything humanly possible to oppose this. And even American Platinum actually saying the same thing. So reminding us that these are actually their workers first before they're actually AMCU members.
The Labour Court process itself, do we know how long that might take?
We know that it's going to be, it's been set down for 3 days, but what is quite...
Is that 3 days with immediate effect?
3 days. So what some of the analysts are saying is that this is quite unusual, because in a court it's usually one party placing forward their arguments and then at the other party replying. But now here in this particular case, you're asking the judge to be a mediator, which is then something that is totally unusual for courts. And those are some of the concerns that the analysts that we spoke to are actually raising, to say that, but at the end of the day, you're placing sort of like an unusual burden on the courts here.
You've been filing some very difficult and poignant stories from the Platinum Belt itself. Tonight, as we reflect on this news, how is the community in Marikana and surrounds going to be digesting this?
Well, definitely, Jeremy, they're going to be digesting it, because some of the people we spoke to, even last week, from women who are collecting wood, from some of the mine workers who are desperate to earn again, they are actually quite hopeful that whatever needs to be done has to be done for them to start earning again, because all of them are saying that although they're in a very difficult position of not even having anything to eat currently, but they have been away from work for so long, and turning back now and not getting their 12,500 rand is going to be something they're not willing to actually even think about at this stage.
It certainly has been a community in desperation. In fact, a little bit later on this evening, we'll be in conversation with the organisation Gift of the Givers, who has been assisting in the area. Bongiwe Khumalo with the latest on that agreement between Lonim and AMCU as it now heads to the Labour Court.
You deserve to know more.
eNCA.com